Hey there, welcome friends. I bid you all love, peace, strength, and healing during this time. Please hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to ring the little bell so that you get all notifications of new videos. Please hit the like and share and comment so that the YouTube algorithm picks it up. And if you're able, please donate. Much needed at this time and greatly appreciated. Links are in the description box below. Alright, let's talk about a few things for the month of June. Friday, just another day and a bit, June 5th, just after sunset. We can look towards the southeast to watch a full moon rise above the horizon, and there it will appear large and golden hued. June's full moon is also known as a strawberry moon and will reach its peak illumination at 3:12 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. I have a time calculator or a calculator, and they just calculate your own times for all of these. So 3:12 p.m. Eastern Time on the 5th, but not visible until later that evening, but not even for me here in the North America region. But for a lot of you, Australia, Asia, Africa, Europe, and South America, you will be able to witness this full moon eclipse that's going to occur. Lunar eclipses always occur at the same time as a full moon. In astrology, the moon is the planet associated with a passive female magnetic energy. This is the planet of our subconscious desires and our emotional lives. It's the planet that which is most clearly associated with our intuition, our ability to nurture both others, and I'm going to say even more importantly ourselves, because if we cannot nurture ourselves and love ourselves, we're not able to nurture and love others. The full moon is a time of harvesting and reaping what we've sown, and of throwing out the weeds, meaning anything that doesn't serve us any longer. We need to discard all old habits, thought patterns, beliefs. All of that now is the time to release. And we definitely need to take a look at being more nurturing and caring to ourselves first, as I said, and then to others. We've got to help each other. We're all one. So the lunar eclipse is a time when we are forced to change in an inward way, take into account the ways in which that we are failing ourselves, and to rid ourselves of these patterns. And if you've been longing for a relationship to improve by waiting for the other person to change, the lunar eclipse will present you with the facts that you need to either accept the other person or decide that it's time to change yourself and let that go. Just because you let people go does not mean that you don't love them or you can't help them. It just means in your close, sphere to yourself. All right, so here are the times for the lunar eclipse, full moon, strawberry moon. Alright, we also have a solar eclipse this month, June 21st, and that happens to be the summer solstice. Yay, my birthday and Christos, and I can't wait. We need to attach metaphorical significance and apply it to our own lives. Hold on a sec. Okay, I tried to time this out, but honestly, as I've said in other videos, I live 2 blocks from the courthouse, and just a few more blocks to the hospital. And yeah, everyone knows what's happening in cities all around the world. And yeah, so it's been happening here, and lots of noise, lots of energy, lots of people, protesters, lots of police, lots of Lifeline helicopters coming in 3-4 times a day. It's just, there's a lot going on. So, yeah. All right. While an eclipse is certainly a significantly verifiable event, it is up to each of us to decide what meaning and significance that we will attribute to it spiritually. Okay, that was just a little bit too loud, and I apologize if it happens again. It more than likely will. Yeah, we need to think about what it means spiritually to us. All of these planets and the moon and everything up moving, definitely it all has a cause. I mean, if it can make high tides and low tides, if planets can move the seas, you've got to believe that it does something to you, okay? The metaphorical significance of a solar eclipse is the temporary darkening of illumination, our souls. It can invite deep, meaningful reflection on the rich dance of the dark night, or the dark night of the soul. Like, as long as you're prepared and you understand what it is. I mean, it's a light time, because you're peeking into the dark to gain light. We all go through times when the light is eclipsed by the darkness of uncertainty, unknowing, and or loss, anger, rage, all of that. Rather than resisting the times, we need to be curious about them and look more closely at what they have to teach us. As I said, yeah, if the moon can force our seas to move, the mighty seas, you've got to believe that this has something to do with yourselves as well. We need to set intentions during this time and reflect, take time to experience the eclipse directly and not through the media, like watching. Like, set up like some kind of a small ritual to go within during that time. How often do we have an opportunity like this? Not often. Ordinary human activity can pause for a little bit. Everyone right now, we need to go within. This is we all need to. We need to spend the eclipse in quiet reflection and considering how we've experienced, or we are experiencing, the cycles of darkness as well as light in our own lives and the surrounding areas. Here is for the solar eclipse the times, and again I will have a calculator in the description box. So super lots of stuff going on, but I wanted to make this known. Uranus, the god of the sky and the heaven, is the ruler of Aquarius and astrology. The energies of Uranus are electric and jammed with change. Uranus is forward-looking. It balks at traditions, celebrates originality and individuality. Uranus is associated with technology, innovation, discovery, everything that's forward going, progressive. On the upside, Uranus is associated with enlightenment, progressiveness, objectivity, novelty, and ingenuity. On the negative end, expression of Uranus is rebelliousness without a cause and irresponsibility. When Uranus is not developed, it reacts. But when natives are truly in tune with its energies, Uranus is highly intuitive. So this is what's going on right now, currently, for the next 7 years. Uranus's glyph or symbol reveals the cross or flesh matter over the circle, which is spirit. The two semicircles on the sides represent receptivity. And please note that the glyph of Uranus includes an inverted Venus. Uranus is dignified in the sign of Aquarius, its home. Uranus is in detriment in the sign of Leo because it's fire. And Uranus is exalted in the sign of Scorpio, again water, or fire. Yeah, water? Yeah, water. And it is in its fall in the sign of Taurus because that's Earth, and that is where we are right now for the next 7 years. Happened in 2019 late, I believe. It happens until 2026, so just be aware. Uranus, break thoughts and insights, the first of the outer planets. Uranus, very slow moving, as I said, takes 7 years to complete. Thus, this planet tends to exert its influence over the entire generations in individuals' charts that manifest through the houses and aspects. Uranus is the planet of shock and change, bringing with it sudden revelations and awakenings. It challenges us to look at things in a new way, and it represents society's ability to break out of old structures, traditions, and mindsets. Uranus rules inventions, originality, science, innovation, psychology, astrology, and it governs rebellion, revolutions, rioting, and what's happening. We need to use these energies instead of being used by them, my friends. Look, we can look back in history when these planetary things line up. And I just keep on saying, like, if the moon can tame the mighty seas, you best believe that we need to be paying attention to the way that these planets affect us, as below, so above, as within, so without, my friends. All right, that's it for the little recap, for like the lowdown of what's going on this month. I'm going to come back and touch some more on planetary things. But yeah, now I will show you your June sacred secretion listings, and I want to tell you that the voids, first of all, it's Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. It's on the East Coast. So again, calculator in the description box. But the void times are there so that you can have time again to set your intentions, get your space ready. I like do bathing rituals. Just make sure that make your food for the next 3 days so that like you can just concentrate on, I don't like whatever you want to do and however you want to do it. That's your prep time. That's what I use it for. Now I will say that I am really riding the line between the 13 months and 12 months and where the moon actually is at the time. So my advice is, like it's been for the past, I don't know, like 6 months now, if we're doing the Christos, the sacred secretion, you should be doing it all of the time. Really, I mean, you shouldn't. After a while, and I don't want to discourage anyone who's just starting it. That's not what I'm saying. You do it until until you get into the groove. But honestly, if you've been doing it for a while, folks, you really shouldn't need to know what the date is or when your Christos starts, because you'll be able to internally know when that is. And as long as you're not fouling the waters, i.e. meat, flesh, alcohol, toxins, sexual relations, and you're not like working on yourself, on your inner self the whole entire time, like with each chakra it comes balancing. There's a lot of physical and emotional things that you need to go and slay and balance before you can get up into the higher ones and experience all this stuff that people, that's why everybody's doing it. They're trying to get instant gratification of some spiritual thing, or automatically. It doesn't work like that. And quote unquote God knows your heart and your intent. If that's it, you're not going to get it. You're just going to be stuck in a perpetual cycle of semi-darkness where you think that you're out of darkness, but you're really not. So many shades of gray. So many shades of gray. So yeah, I guess my point is, I mean, if you want to look at this calendar that I'm going to put up and try to put a time on it, I say you want to be safe and go with, combine the two, the Vedic and the Western, then just go back. Whatever your sun sign is, whenever you were going to start it the sign before then. And that way you'll get it, you'll get it. But again, I don't want to discourage people and say, no, you should be doing it all of the time. But I definitely want to say, hey, if you've been doing this for like, I don't know, 6 months, a year, well, my goodness, you should be progressing by now. And you really should be like, that should be your next feat, 24/7. 24/7. All right, I love you all. Peace.